Good evening all. The Euros are closing in, but England's Nations League fate is even closer to being decided. The loss in Belgium has taken England's advantage away, and much more likely than not, they will have to win their last two group matches to make the finals of the Nations League. Portugal aren't mathematically out of the running yet. The required upsetting of England at Wembley would go down in their history, but their recent history with England suggests they can make the Lionesses very uncomfortable. Big news for these England supporters off the pitch, but what about on the pitch tonight? They've come to support their side to a much-needed victory to get their Nations League campaign back on track. First of all, the national anthems. So is England hosting Portugal in the Nations League.
Number 6, Andrea Jasic. Number 8, Andrea Norton. Number 9, Anna Borch. Number 11, Tatiana Pinto. Number 13, Fatima Pinto. Number 14, Dolores Silva. Number 15, Carol Costa. Number 16, Diana Silva. Number 21, Anna Capetta. And now Wembley lining up this evening for England. In goal, number 1, Hannah Hampton. Wearing 2, Lucy Rose. Number 3, Jess Carter. Wearing 4, Kira Walsh. Number 5, Captain Leah Williamson. Wearing 6, Esme
alignment of Mary Earps, but rotation's something that Portugal are used to between their sticks. Inês Pereira, talented goalkeeper. Two sets of players take the knee as they do before every international. To remind of the fight against all forms of discrimination. Well, away we go. England know that tonight is most likely a must-win to stand a chance of topping this Nations League group. And that is initial importance. The Euros are to come. This is still a tournament they'll be aiming to progress in. Portugal still with an outside chance of qualification themselves. England did have it all in their own hands initially. I mean, they still do, but they're in a much stronger position before that loss to Belgium.
They definitely were. It was a shock to us all, wasn't it, after that convincing 5-0 win at home, to then go away and lose 3-2 and put in the performance that they did. Made it a lot more difficult for themselves, and it's, as you said, a must-win today.
And Spain hosting Belgium tonight. Spain came very close to actually losing to Belgium in their reverse fixture. 2-0 down, only to win 3-2. That match was 15 minutes ahead of this one, 0-0. Spain with that trip to Belgium, and of course England coming unstuck with their trip to Belgium. Wales and Scotland also in action tonight. Wales losing to Denmark as it stands, 3/4 of the way through that contest. And Scotland 0, Austria 0, 10 minutes in. Those home nations in Group A of the Nations League. But England with a chance still of progressing. So Bronze trying to get England going down this right-hand side with Mead. We're keeping our eyes on Beth Mead tonight after a fantastic victory in the Champions League final.
And a fantastic assist as well. It's a phenomenal ball through to Blackstenius for the goal.
And Clinton chasing that, and that required an intervention. We're looking at this Portugal team tonight. Plenty of players playing out of, say, maybe their usual position. Fatima Pinto, one of those in that back line. So many years as a midfielder for Portugal, but still plenty of experience in their side. Clinton. Back it goes to Hannah Hampton. Certainly in the spotlight now as England's main goalkeeper going into these European Championships. Park. Now Bronze, moving it wide to Mead. Mead, just getting forward, but then Mead leaving the ball behind in the end, and Tatiana Pinto can pick it up for Portugal. And now Norton, who's caught on the ball, and Beaver Jones! What a start! What a season for Aggie Beaver-Jones, winning everything domestically for Chelsea and scoring for England at Wembley. But a mess at the back for Portugal as well. Their mistake, their error, but Beaver-Jones there to capitalise, and she's certainly capable of that.
A mess at the back, but England won't care. Pressing high up, making it difficult for them to play out, and Jess Park harassing and harrying. The first touch, the second touch, she slips as she shoots, but it does enough to beat the goalkeeper. It's a fantastic start from England and a brilliant start from Aggie Beaver-Jones, just rolling it out of reach and into that bottom corner. That will give her so much confidence for the rest of this game.
A player who's had such a great season for Chelsea, a player who's made an impression for England, just her 6th cap. A second goal. Her first start at Wembley for England. Her first goal at Wembley for England. And here's Hemp with her first run. And a reminder of why Hemp is so important for England with that ball in, and they might get a second here. Pereira makes the save, but following up is Lucy Bronze. Flying start to England. And Portugal crumbling early.
It's a brilliant start for England. I don't think Serena could have written it better herself. And Lucy Bronze this time on the goal scoring sheet. But I think as we saw it coming beforehand, the build-up, great, strong, aggressive front foot defending from Jess Carter, and Lauren Hemp back doing exactly what we know she can, beating the defender 1v1, delivering balls into that box that ask questions. As Aggie Beaver-Jones gets the first touch, the keeper makes a good save. And that's your right back up in such a high attacking position. They're ready to slot in.
Well, that's taken about a minute and 27 seconds between the two England goals. And both within the first 10 minutes of this match. The first 5 minutes of this match. And Portugal, who made life so difficult for England in the reverse fixture and did in the meeting before that as well, finding themselves with a mountain to climb.
Look, Portugal conceded very early against Spain when they lost 7-1. And after conceding one, they went on conceded another. And that's ruthless there from England. When you're on the front foot, when you're in the ascendancy, when you're being ruthless, being clinical, can you get not just get one early, get two. Keep putting your foot on the gas pedal, keep accelerating at them, keep trying to press them high and get more and more goals.
Serena Wiegman looking to time England hitting their strides in time for the tournament that they will be defending in Switzerland. Couldn't have wished for a better start to this particular game, in which England know if Spain do beat Belgium tonight, England have to win. They put themselves in a fantastic position already here. I did mention about Portugal having to reshuffle with absentees, particularly in the full-back areas. Those names not able to start this match in Nazare, but also Jessica Silva is on the bench tonight. Even so, with a fantastic start. Carter into Park. And now Carter, and Portugal stretched again, especially with Hemp running at them, and the first time ball in towards Beaver-Jones wasn't that far away, but already Hemp's first actions have been impressive.
They have. You wouldn't think she'd been out injured for so long, would you? She's so direct, and her first thought whenever she gets on the ball is, what can I create? What attacker have I got going into the box? And for me, Portugal are coming so narrow, they're leaving so much space on the opposite side, whether it's Lucy Bronze getting forward or Beth Mead, there's so much opportunity to exploit.
Norton does very well to slide that through to Capetta. And of course comes Williamson, who had such a standout performance in that Champions League final at the back. So keeping a clean sheet against Barcelona, not many sides are able to do that. Morris Silva. Many Centurions, this Portugal side. For absentees. Oscar, another one of them. Ana Pinto. Jacinto. Mr. Borges. Go down the line, looking for Gianna Silva. Coming across Esme Morgan. He's been involved in all but one of Washington Spirit's matches in the US.
It's a great opportunity for Esme Morgan tonight. Might have considered that whether Alex Greenwood came straight back into that back line with Millie Bright obviously missing. Esme Morgan's been given the nod.
The player's been part of many an England squad under Serena Wiegman. Full-back or centre-half. She's to get it back. Carter is one of England's best defenders, really.
Her front foot defending created that second goal for England as well, didn't it? The way she pressed, the way she forced Portugal back and set Lauren Hemp on her way to attack.
Indeed, England applying that pressure to force the mistake. Portugal need to respond. Tiana Pinto to take their corner short. Jacinto. Borges. Send that in towards the back post. Oh, and England struggling to clear. But did get it away eventually. There was a chance. This fell to Pinto cleanly. Back in again, and England in a spot of bother. And that clipped the side of the post for Norton.
It's a really great header there from Norton. Slack defending from England, didn't really get out in time as a group, as a unit. You see there, it gets half cleared as the ball comes up here. It's a brilliant header. Hannah Hampton has it covered and just goes wide of the post. But a warning sign for England for sure.
Frustration for Francisco Neto, who will be the longest serving manager at the Euros, in charge of Portugal for over a decade now. We haven't seen too many early starts leading into this game. We almost had to go back. Carter to switch the player across to Bronze. Now Clinton. Like I said, every game really feels a firm favourite of Serena Wiegans in that midfield. It's most of the games now for England. Now Mead to prove creative. It's not the best creative action from Dolores Silva.
I think Grace Clinton's quite a firm favourite of ours as well, isn't she, Seb? She's such a talented player, and for me she impacts the game in both boxes, which I think when you're a central midfielder like that is so important.
Of course, Manchester United player, Manchester United. Second-side tournament that took place recently, in which they reached the final to Bayern Munich. Two English sides to feature in that competition. Manchester City, Jess Park involved for City. Amado playing on the left side of the defence tonight, usually on the right side. Williamson on the line to Beaver Jones. Well, we know how important Russo will be for England in that front line, but Beaver Jones looking to be that strong alternative.
She definitely is. I think everyone knows, and everyone's probably clear that Russo is England's number 9, but that alternative position is up for grabs, and at the moment Aki Beaver Jones is doing a very good job of saying it's mine.
There is Russo, not going to be involved tonight, but Joanna Wiegman hoping to have her starting lineup against Spain next Tuesday. She could be a decider if England win tonight, but they're well placed to do so. They'll be hoping for a favour from Belgium, because that would change things as far as the group is concerned, because if Spain were to draw in Belgium and England were to win here, England would only need a draw in Spain. If Spain win tonight, England would need to go to Spain and win.
I think sometimes it's hard going into a game knowing you only need a draw. Does it change your mentality? Sometimes if you know I've got to go and win the game, it's what you're used to. You're used to wanting to go out there, win a game, and I think that sometimes helps the mentality of we can draw this game, can make it a little bit tricky at times.
Especially if you're facing Spain. Here's Carter. It's an issue for another night, because right now England impressing against Portugal. Of course, the heavy defeat for Portugal to Spain has maybe made people feel it was going to be an easy win for England tonight, but be further from the truth really, because of that reverse match fresh in the memory, one in which the second half England were outplayed for large portions of it. But not the case so far tonight. So Carter to Hemp. Carter again. I think the ball had got away from Carter, but fortunately she was also caught by Jacinto.
I don't think we can have too many qualms about whether or not this was a free kick. It's like a fairly stonewall foul to me. Had slightly run away, but she's got it back. I think for me, Portugal look like they're struggling slightly playing this back four. They're used to playing more of a 3 or a 5, and they're struggling with who they're picking up, the spaces, the gaps, tucking round, and it's making it a lot easier for England than we might have anticipated.
And Beaver Jones working that ball wide nicely to Bronze. Clinton. Thompson to Carter. Still plenty of places for that Euro squad. Park. With her feet, thought she was caught. Applying enough pressure that Portugal can't make their way out of their own defence there. Anna Borges, who did play in England once with Chelsea. A very experienced member of this Portugal side, who turned 45 in a couple of weeks. Jacinto. Just to keep the ball. We mentioned Nazaré, but Jacinto probably the next biggest talent for Portugal coming through. I say coming through, but she's closing in on 50 caps, age of 22. Jacinto trying to win that one round and held by Hannah Hampton.
Well read there by Hannah Hampton. She'll be pleased to get a touch on the ball with her hands. As a goalkeeper, you want a nice early touch of the ball. She's distributed well to get a nice clean catch.
It's a big reason why Hannah Hampton has managed to find herself in the position she's found herself as England's #1 now. Distribution from the back, but also she herself a very good shot stopper. And level for clean sheets in the WSL season just gone, in which domestically at least Chelsea reigns supreme. Williamson with Bright playing tonight. Williamson moves to the right hand side of the centre half pairing. She plays for Arsenal as well.
England just been made to be a little bit patient there with the ball moving, knocking it around. Portugal just sitting off a little bit. At the moment it's all been very high intensity, front foot. Can we attack, can we press? So a little change of tempo of the game.
Changing tempo, Kirals, to get England going, and they're moving it quickly here as well. And Hemp gets there, and she's very quick. They made the right choice, Inish Pereira. They have been tempted to go for it. And Hemp again to send it in towards Park. Well, we talked about how dangerous Lauren Hemp can be. We know she's one of England's best players, and also a threat getting on the end of chances.
She is, and she reads the game so well. She holds her line perfectly there, and her speed is brilliant. Sometimes when you're coming back from an injury, especially a big injury like hers was, you think, has she lost that little bit of pace? From watching that there, I don't think she has.
Well, incredibly, she missed most of the WSL season, yet still ended it as the top assister in the league. Such a flying start she made to the season. Involved in the last few games from Manchester City as well. We talk about key players returning for England. She is one of them. Greenwood and Georgia Stanway on the bench tonight, having been away for long periods of time as well. Beaver Jones.
Really good pressure there from England, pressing really high up the pitch, both sides. The right side with Beth Mead and Aki Beaver Jones there pressing across with her. This left side, Lauren Hemp, Jess Carter getting up high as well. Everyone's on the same page of we need to get high, we need to press aggressively, we need to win the ball back early and then exploit those spaces.
So 2-0 to England here, still goalless in Belgium. They played over half an hour. Belgium 0, Spain 0. The two sides in this group. Pereira has played in Spain this season, one of the best goalkeepers in the league. He's actually on loan from Everton. So in the so next season. The distribution is considered one of their strong assets as well. You see Portugal trying to build here. And for Norton, tucked by Walsh. Hampton finds Carter. And look at that from him, who rolls the defender. Now Park, bit of room to make something happen here, Park. And Park pulling it back. You just can't get that tight to Lauren Hemp and not expect that to happen. She's got so tight, but she's stayed down since then.
Fantastic play from Lauren Hemp, wasn't it, on that left-hand side? If you get tight to her, you let her roll you. She's on fire already, and she's only been back for, what, 20 minutes? See there as she comes in, gets across her, might get a slight bit of the back of her ankle, but she's strong and she's aggressive in the challenge.
Just getting back to her seat. On feet, I should say, in the first 5 minutes of this game. Saw the crowd here off their feet. Starting with Maggie Beaver-Jones and England pressurising high up the pitch.
It's a brilliant start for England. I think the goalkeeper might be frustrated that she could have done better. Here again, she makes the save. Lucy Bronze there to tuck it away. But a brilliant start by England, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Lucy Bronze count 1-3-2 tonight. We have to keep an eye on that. She works her way up the all-time list. 18th England goal. And even with all those caps, 18 goals for a fullback is quite something. She's not merely a fullback, is she, Lucy Bronze? She's everything to England down that right-hand side.
She's kind of made fullback position whatever she wants it to be, hasn't she? Whether she wants to come in field, whether she wants to come into the midfield, get high up, overlap, be more of a winger, be more of a wing back. But then if she feels she needs to sit back for a minute, she does. Doesn't happen very regularly, to be honest with you. She's normally all systems go, but she reads the game so well and attacks well, and as we saw there, she's up ready to tap in any kind of knockdowns that might be there ready.
Well, plenty more chances to see Lucy Bronze, no doubt about it. And England with that trip to Spain, to Espanyol Stadium in fact, in Barcelona. 5:30 PM for the one in the Women's Nations League. The Dodgers will come back on here. Jacinto. Here's Carter again putting the pressure on. And not allowing Portugal to settle with their build-up. Jacinto forced all the way back, and Ines Pereira, well, did she stop that going out? It was a tight one.
I'm not convinced she stopped it going out there. It looked from up here on the gantry, I know we are quite a way away up high, but it looked to me it had gone out. Assistant referee wasn't quite up with play, so I'm not sure how she was meant to make that decision, but it's been given as a throw-in nevertheless.
And the assistant on the far side. Here's Park. Williamson back out to Carter. Here's Walsh again. Well, news from Belgium is that Spain have taken the lead. Esther Gonzalez with a goal for Spain. And so Spain are doing what they need to do as well. So it's shaping up to be the shootout in Barcelona on Tuesday night. As it stands, things can change.
That's what we want, right, though. An exciting winner-takes-all game. Good preparation for the Euros, I guess.
Absolutely, against another of the favourites. Portugal will be at the Euros as well. They're right now up against it. And Mead with the corner. Oh, it's well all the way to Clinton. He's pushing that pass back. Carter. Back out to Mead. Now Hemp. Carter. Bronze down the line to Clinton. Back to Bronze. A teasing ball in and surely a second for Beaver Jones, who's having quite the start at Wembley. She's enjoying herself tonight. England enjoying themselves tonight. And find themselves in a commanding position.
It was brilliant build-up play down this right-hand side. Lucy Bronze starting it, playing it into Grace Clinton. Gets the setback and the delivery in is perfect. And you cannot leave Aggie Beever-Jones in the middle of the box, on the edge of the 6-yard box, completely free to head home her second of the game. It's a fantastic header, made all too easy by Portuguese's invisible backline. But fantastic for England and fantastic for Aggie Beever-Jones.
16 goals for club and country now this season for Beever-Jones. Chelsea is the best season of her career. It's only her second really truly full season with Chelsea in the first team. Quite a 2 seasons. 13 goals 2 seasons ago, and then last season, the season just finished, I should say, 13 goals in all competitions as well. And a 3rd goal for England. The 2 tonight. And aiming here for a first half hat-trick. Already scored a hat-trick at Wembley. We'll be reminding Beever-Jones of that if she gets that 3rd. Hampton. To Carter. Williamson. Bonds into Mead. Mead again. England finding spaces everywhere, and there's the find its way to Hemp. It had no right to in the end. Hemp though this time can't get around Jacinta, but quick to win it back. Carter, full of energy. There's too much of Portugal at the moment. Trying the reverse pass into Beever-Jones. Portugal under real pressure.
They are under pressure, and it's this English fluid front line. They're rotating, they're coming out. Jess Park's coming across. Grace Clinton's rotating with her as well. And Lauren Hemp, for me, has been the key to everything at the moment. She's been driving forwards with energy. She's been defending with energy. She definitely doesn't look like she's just come back from injury.
It's Park. England looking for more. Mead. Oh, it's too easy. Beth Mead adds to England's tally, who are proving too much for Portugal in this first half. 4 in the first half an hour. And for Beth Mead, a goal at Wembley after a Champions League win.
Once again, the movement and the rotation from England. Beth Mead coming inside there. A fabulous, perfectly weighted through ball from Jess Park. The first touch just cuts inside and she just rolls it so easily past the goalkeeper and into that bottom corner. 4 goals for England. And we've got plenty of time left for more.
That is Beth Mead's 35th goal for the Lionesses, which moves her level with Hope Powell on the all-time list. For Beth Mead, who had something of a goal drought by her high standards for England. Back to scoring ways against Belgium. The penalty spot, but this time from open play.
Look, an interesting one here. England winning comfortably at half-time. Do you give a goalkeeper an opportunity to get some minutes? For me, it's the perfect time.
Interesting. Certainly a debate to be had before the Euros, considering the lack of experience in goal for England beyond Hannah Hampton. May be tested here with Portugal free kick. Jacinto chips it into that penalty area, and every time they played a ball into England's box, caused a few issues. Jones has certainly caused the Portugal defence a few issues so far. 4 goals in half an hour from England.
For how bad the performance was away against Belgium, this has certainly made up for it. It's been a brilliant first half hour.
Absolutely, completely different performance as well to the away match. Meeting with Portugal, chalk and cheese. There's Norton. Oh, and an issue here for Walsh, who pulled up. Has allowed Norton to go charging through and on as well, and took the shot early. But England had the numbers. Saw Beth Mead getting back there to try and win it. See if Walsh is moving okay. Quick sprint there, seemed to be moving okay.
Yeah, she's still got a slight hobble to it, but that small 5-yard sprint looked a bit more positive.
Again, such a fixture in that England midfield. Her injury at the last World Cup did threaten to derail England's progress. Wasn't the case in the end, though. What a pass from Williamson to Beaver Jones. Will she go herself? Oh! It's a memorable Wembley night for Aggie Beaver Jones. A hat-trick at Wembley. You couldn't ask for more. And what a pass in the build-up as well from the England captain. But the moment belongs to Aggie Beaver Jones.
The moment does belong to Aggie Beaver Jones, but this through ball from Leah Williamson is perfect. Aggie Beaver Jones pulls off the back shoulder. She takes a couple of touches to set herself. It opens up, and the goalkeeper shouldn't get beaten at the near post. But it doesn't matter. She's taken the shot, she's got her hat-trick, and she's got herself another goal. And England have scored 5 before half-time.
Well, Beth Mead is the only other Lioness to score a hat-trick at Wembley before Aggie Beaver Jones scored her third. England 5-0 up before half-time against traditionally in recent years tough to beat Portugal, but their last few results have changed that feeling, and they had a bit of disruption really to their usual lineup, injuries as well, changing shape, players playing out of their usual position. Portugal 4-0 down to Spain last time out at half-time and ended up losing 7-1, and in this one they're 5-0 down. Cisco Neto not used to these sort of situations in recent times for a side that was making such progress. Football can be unforgiving, and England unforgiving here. Ronaldo playing it inside. Well, there are England players also playing for places in that England squad and that England team as well. That's why taking a foot off the pedal be considered by too many of these players. Domestic season is over, the club season is over. Full focus. National side. Bronze. Bronze again. England putting on this performance, wearing the New England kit as well. Putting too much pressure on Portugal, can't hold on to it. Park. Force her way through, was pretty well defended actually by Dolores Silva in the end.
Really good defending there by Dolores Silva. Park had it under control. Not sure she was aware that Silva was coming in behind her. She stayed strong and enabled herself to get between Jess Park and the ball. Out for a corner.
Portugal captain knows her side, finding this difficult. Still 10 minutes to go until half-time. Attempt to take the corner. Attempt to swing it in. Look at that from Park. Taking it in the end. Walsh. The pass, I think she wanted to move it to Hemp. Does find Hemp eventually. Hemp twisting and turning and making things happen for England again. Silva slipping in the clearance. Carter. Morgan. Carter again. Trying to play it wide by Captain Williamson. Here's Mead. Mead back to Williamson. What a pass that was. England's fifth goal. Clinton. Beaver Jones. Well, determined, certainly, to be in England's squad come the Euros, and a display like this will play such a big part in it. You'd really fancy her chances.
Yeah, I don't think anyone will think that she won't be on that plane after this performance now. She's had a brilliant first half. And we know Lesia Russo will be that number 9. But I think it would be hard for anyone now to compete with Aggie Beaver-Jones for that second number 9 spot.
Absolutely, don't forget Russo was a substitute striker in 2022. Still made an impact. Anna Silva hasn't been able to get into the game at all. With not much to do. Suit her just fine, I think.
I think she'll take one big save.
Here's Williamson. To Hampton. Williamson to Morgan. Helped on by Carter to Hemp. He's just full of energy, making things happen all the time and on the move. And you can't sleep on Portugal were there. Hemp finds the way across to Bronze, and Bronze. Free kick will go Portugal's way, which gives me a moment really. Siobhan, to ask you, as somebody who's had experience of being a goalkeeper, as we just let's take a quick look at the clash of heads though first here with Jacinta, just check she's okay. Strong from Bronze in the end. But you've been a goalkeeper in England squads when you've not been number 1, but still needed in a major tournament, more than one major tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I came on in the quarterfinals in the World Cup in 2015. I came on in the quarterfinals in the European Championships in 2017. It's a squad game, and it's not just the outfield players that get rotated and get needed. And that's why I think it'd be really interesting to see if any goalkeeper changes take place at half-time today.
Certainly feel like I think Sarina Wiegman made that clear really in her press conferences this week, but she knows there's an experience vacuum behind Hannah Hampton. Maybe Earps retiring international football. It's Bronze getting there first. England first to everything in this first half. And here's Mead, and a beautiful ball across. And Hemp was stretching and almost got there.
She was just millimetres away from making it 6. It's a beautifully weighted cross coming across from Beth Mead, and just launched herself at it. A toenail away, perhaps.
Well, for any England supporter, this is good to see not only the impression made by Beaver Jones, but to see Lauren Hemp come back playing in this sort of fashion, and Beth Mead as well.
I think Lauren Hemp's got 5 months of running saved up in her legs, which is a great sign for England.
Defenders for Euros. Fastest players at the Euros last time out. Deanna Silva played up here down the line. Anna Capetta barely touched the ball, was frustrated. Carol Costa. Here's Bronze into Walsh. Williamson. Another clever pass forward to get England on the front foot again. Here's Hemp. And Hemp moving it onto Park. England player playing with so much confidence. It's reflected in the scoreline. Morgan to Bronze. Down the line to Mead. Bronze, Mead, back to Bronze. First time ball across as well. Tony Pinto had to be there for Portugal. Dolores Silva just can't get out.
England have just got a stranglehold on Portugal right now. Can't let them out. Pressing high every single time the ball is turned over. England are there.
First half. Spain still leading in Belgium. A single goal. Here they are, in again. Beaver Jones looking to turn provider this time. Clinton. Carter. Hemp. Hemp. And the cross was put on a plate. Finds its way to Mead. So close there, Clinton, who gives the thumbs up to Hemp, and so she should.
An excellent ball across from Lauren Hemp. They were almost queuing up there to put it in. Just evaded Grace Clinton, and you've got Beth Mead taking it back, but the footwork, the drop of the shoulder from Lauren Hemp is just brilliant.
There's Beaver Jones. Now Bronze. Beaver Jones. She will not let the Portugal defence relax at all. Morgan. Closing first half that has flown by. Probably not for Portugal though. There's Williamson. Bronze. Walsh. All inside to Mead.
Talking of relaxing, do you think there's any chance that Sarina will let Leah Williamson and Beth Mead have a little bit of a relax after their antics.
I think they've relaxed enough, haven't they?
After the Champions League, they put so much into that, and rightly so, got a great celebration from it. But I think they've done a good job here in the first half, and perhaps an opportunity to give them a rest.
One of 5 members of this England squad who are part of that Arsenal side who were victorious in Lisbon. Celebrations outside the Emirates in the week as well. 3 more minutes to play in this first half. Won't receive that. Carter, who's been solid in this first half, and Hemp, who's been electric. It's one way to stop it.
Yeah, Jess Carter and Lauren Hemp have both combined really well down this left-hand side. As you said, Jess Carter's been really strong defensively, but she's also been on the front foot there to win it back and to release Lauren Hemp early when she can.
Do you feel, obviously, they're waiting on Lauren James and her fitness for the competition? I think if you take James out of the equation, that Hemp and Mead would be the wide players for England come their first game, the tournament against France. Williamson. Now Bronze. Mead. Just offside. People watching saying, surely Aggie Beever-Jones would be starting. The problem for Aggie Beever-Jones is a certain Alessia Russo. It's been a standout player, standout English player certainly this season.
I mean, it's a nice problem for Serena to have, isn't it? Your backup striker's just scored a first half hat-trick at Wembley.
Second smart. What about now for Portugal to end their half with a smile? Amada. Unsure there, Norton collecting. The shirts back, Jacinto going for the shot, it was easily dealt with. And now to break, and Park looking to explode away from Borges, who is quick enough to get back. And the move breaks down in the end. But even though Portugal have the ball, well, the referee stopped play as the player got to her feet, Amado. I think the crowd cheering because they thought it was half-time. Not quite. Referee tonight, Frida Mia Klarland from Denmark. Second half underway in Belgium. They're 15 minutes ahead. Still 1-0 to Spain. Scotland 0, Austria 0 at half-time in their Nations League group. Scotland bottom of this group without a point yet. Denmark losing 1-0. Oh, Wales losing 1-0 in Denmark. Well, half-time, and what a first half for England. One in which Aggie Beever-Jones scored a memorable hat-trick. The young Chelsea striker really impressing. Lucy Bronze on the score sheet, as well as Beth Mead. So the second half underway, that one change for Portugal at half-time. No changes for England at the break, but Portugal bringing on Jessica Silva, one of their key forward players, who has come on for Dolores Silva. So an attacking change, you would say, from Portugal. Tried to get themselves on the score sheet in this game, but from Jessica Silva's point of view, she missed the last match against Spain after a freak injury to her eye. She got hit with a ball in training. She lost sight in her right eye momentarily. She has recovered that situation. She's not fit enough to play off the bench tonight. She's into that forward line, but I suppose Portugal looking at this second half of damage limitations.
Yeah, I mean, Neto might have gone into this thinking she could be our Kiki Nazareth from the home game, where she came on and changed the game and got the equaliser. Can we do the same with Jessica Silva? I don't think he anticipated being 5-0 down at half-time and that not really being the possibility.
No, indeed. Jessica Silva, usually a potent front two for Portugal. But England, no changes for them at the break. They look to add to their tally. Mead. There's Norton. Here's Hemp. Clinton going across to Bronze. The Portugal manager trying to appeal a decision a moment or two ago. He felt there should have been a free kick and he's still complaining to the fourth official. For those marginal gains when you're 5-0 down.
He's just going to play it. I think at the moment he'll take absolutely anything he can get, clutching at straws perhaps a little.
Fed in. Here's Carter. Now Beaver Jones. Anna Capetta. Striker in the first half of Portugal. Not really working well. Spain now 2-0 up in Belgium, a second for Esther Gonzalez. England looking for another one. Mead, the little reverse pass. I've seen her play one of those before, namely the Champions League final.
It was a beautiful pass in that Champions League final, and that one again had the same kind of vibe to it. Didn't result in a goal though, unfortunately.
This match. Walsh, urged to shoot. Moving it on him. Shinto. Trying to build Portugal, but England have been in their faces. Winning the ball back high up the pitch, and Clinton to line one up. Seen her score stunners from range.
They definitely have done. She didn't catch this one as cleanly as she'd want to, but it shows the confidence this team and Grace Clinton that time are playing with right now. It drops into a position like that and she's got the confidence to take that shot. See the reverse pass there from Beth Mead. Again, did Grace Clinton, the one trying to get on the score sheet.
Well, Mead, an eye-catching display tonight. No foul for Portugal again, but let's not hold on to it. Sinto. Once more, losing the ball because of England's pressure. Williamson. And her own assist in that first half. Walsh. Beaver Jones. Comes to Mead. Doe. On the cover to clear away for Portugal, but it relieve on the pressure. Bronze. Morgan did come on at half-time in that match against Belgium, making two defensive changes at the break to try and turn the game around. Only able to get one goal back, and Hemp caught And they can be painful ones.
They can be, and it'll be really interesting to see how long Sarina Wiegman gives her here. She's obviously, as we've said, coming back from injury. She's been phenomenal in that first half. That's dirty down the back of her calf. That's naughty. Those ones definitely hurt. And England need to wrap her up in cotton wool ahead of the European Championship. So hopefully she can just shrug it off.
Well, the good news is she's back to her feet. And as you say, I think Sarina Wiegman would have been smarter to action. She was not happy with that challenge, the England manager. We'll see why from that replay. Bronze. Sinto. It's the sort of challenge that does really spark you into wanting to protect your key players, especially with the scoreline in this game done, because they'll need him in Spain. Silva. It'll be a free kick to Portugal. She haven't really been able to build a platform of attack because England have been applying the pressure, and I suppose, Siobhan, when you think of England's weaknesses, and they were exposed against Belgium, one way to counter that is putting pressure on the ball.
It definitely is. It's to play front foot football, play high up, don't give the opposition the ability to play those balls in behind by putting them under so much pressure when they get the ball in their own defensive third, and England have done that so well tonight.
Sometimes you can slip that pressure. That's what Portugal did there initially. Hampton, and a drop to Walsh. Carter. Well, recent meetings between these two nations have been very tight. You see Portugal drawing 2 of the 4 recent meetings. And their defeats to England have been by single goal. All changed tonight. Hemp. Carter. Williamson. And out to Mead. Arsenal teammate. Clinton. Jacinto was sharp there, but then Clinton still emerges with the ball, and now Mead. Too quick with her feet. Mead moving up forward with confidence. Clinton inside to Bronze. Mead again. Beaver Jones looking for the pass to Park. Maybe Jessica Silva bringing it away to Diana Silva. Couldn't link up effectively that time.
Full credit to England though for the numbers that they get back defensively so quickly. They just smothered Jessica Silva there, didn't have the ability to get on the ball. 4 or 5 England players round her instantly.
And side flag goes up, but England are going to make a few changes. We are, or the England supporters, shortly going to be able to welcome back Alex Greenwood in an English shirt. Kemp. So there's changes being made now.
Just being made to wait a little bit longer, raising the anticipation.
She's going to have to face Lauren Hemp for a little bit longer. Here's Williamson. Bronze. Williamson. Here's Bronze. Mead. Romano does well. Again, when they do a decent moment, Portugal, they don't have enough players forward. They're forced to defend with plenty of shots behind the ball. Williamson across to Carter. Morgan holds off Jessica Silva.
I don't think anyone wants the ball to go out of play right now because they don't want to be one of the players to leave the pitch.
Absolutely, 3 players waiting to come on. Laetitia and Chloe Kelly, as well as Alex Greenwood. Silva having to defend pretty deeper as she'd want to be. So, here come the England changes. Lucy Bronze leaving the field, one of the goal scorers tonight. She'll be applauded off, that's for sure. Maya Laetitia will come on to play on the right-hand side of that England defence, even though she turns out as a centre-half for Manchester United pretty much every week. And Chloe Kelly. Enters the field, another of Arsenal's Champions League winners. And then Alex Greenwood, a player who recently returned to action after several months out. It's good to see her back as well. Experienced member of this England squad. The word experience because it's a 97th cap tonight. I think it's fair to say she'll reach 100. First booking of the game. And it's for Clinton, and that's a painful one to say the least.
Yeah, just a little bit late there. Caught her on her ankle. I'm sure there was too much malice in it, but the referee was quick to bring out the yellow card.
So Clinton in the book for that challenge. Oh, and a desperate lunge there from Carter. Referee playing advantage. Diana Silva, a break forward here for Portugal. Here's Amado. Amado down the line. Hannah Pinto. Who's still on here for Portugal. Jacinto can't collect. A Park to bring it away. Beaver Jones. Into trouble in the end. Didn't take long for England to win it back. Laetitia. It is that interesting situation. People seeing Laetitia come on that right back, but she is a centre-half for her club side. She's pretty much ever present.
She is, and that makes it so hard for her to break into this England side. Not only is she up against Lucy Bronze, but she doesn't play there week in, week out, so it's hard to show Serena exactly what we can do.
That's the card she's been dealt. Here's Carter. Now Kelly. With Chloe Kelly wasn't getting into the Manchester City side at the start of the season. One of the great moves really to make that move to Arsenal all turned out pretty well in the end. Got her England place back. Beaver Jones, Carter. She's been solid defensively tonight. Williamson sweeping that ball round to Kelly. Carter. Walsh slides it to Kelly, who will take the corner in the end. To make a point, Williamson's passing tonight has been top class for England.
It has been, and I think she's got so much credit recently for how good her defending's been, that she reads the game so well. She drops into the right position, makes the right challenges, but her distribution and her vision when she's in possession is also fantastic, and I think we're back to seeing Leah Williamson at her absolute best.
Again, extremely timely. Samid. That corner actually in the end, and Williamson going up. Dropped to an English shirt, and cleared away. Portugal. To the Pinto. Mead. Now Park. The Park turn. Shirt being pulled there, so that will be pulled back. almost as if there's a tournament on the horizon, the way a lot of these England players are playing tonight.
There definitely is, and even though she was being pulled back, credit to her, she carried on trying to play, trying to get away with the ball. The referee rightly pulled it back in the end. But the mentality from all of these players, how the intensity of the press, it's been relentless for this entire game so far. It's been exceptional to watch.
Eva Jones. Letitia. Greenwood. Speaking of excellent passes, here's Mead. She plays into the middle. What a beautiful goal that is for England. And for Chloe Kelly. Hasn't been on the pitch long, but on the end, an excellent move. And this Wembley evening for England is a special one. 6-0.
Life just keeps on getting better and better for Chloe Kelly right now. The vision and distribution here from Alex Greenwood is brilliant. The touch and the delivery, she runs off her back shoulder, holds her line well, stays on side, and just places it into the back of the net so calmly, so coolly. Two substitutes combining with Beth Mead in the middle of it for England's number 6.
Well, what a scoreline this is for England tonight. And Serena Wiegman enjoying every moment of it. And Chloe Kelly saying, I scored with my head, would you believe? Well, what an excellent move that was. And we're giving the praise to Williamson, of course, but Alex Greenwood reminding us her ability. Things happen from deeper positions for England. And here's Clinton, and they're looking for more. And Park into Mead. And the way this is going at the moment, England will fancy beating Spain's scoreline against Portugal.
They will do, and we go back to Alex Greenwood and her distribution, and she will have been incredibly frustrated coming back into this side that she wasn't starting. She's extremely competitive, and she will want to be on that pitch. She'll want to be starting at this European Championships for England. So for her to come straight onto the pitch and show her distribution like that, she'll be delighted.
So Greenwood often on set pieces for England. That's not a bad one either. Wide in the end. So while England were getting their 6th, Spain have scored twice as well in the meantime. They're now 4-0 up against Belgium, and 2 goals in the space of a minute, we understand. Tenia Castillo. So the 2 favourites in this group showing their class this evening. So quite the contest they're set to have in Barcelona next week. Walsh. And another England sub by Portugal on as well soon. There's Silva. Just slipped, but will get the free kick. And no arguments from Clinton, who is on that yellow card. Although Mead's not happy.
Yeah, I don't think there was too much in it really. But a free kick in a dangerous position nevertheless.
I was just laughing there because Beth Mead was arguing if that was a free kick. I think it was a free kick, Beth.
Thankfully not a yellow card though.
Absolutely. But a free kick for Portugal. And Norton needs to be able to test Anna Hampton. In central. A long way out. And Norton have a go here. You might as well when you're 6-0 down. And that is the case, and over it goes.
Sometimes a little bit more difficult when the free kick is right in the centre of the pitch, harder to get a little bit of an angle, but comfortable the way for Hannah Hampton.
Well, speaking of popular England players, Fran Kirby comes on to replace Jess Park. Kirby, who's had her injury issues, kept her out of England action more than she would have liked. And a reminder of the experience that England have in their ranks as well. And that's the thing with this England squad, when they do get everybody back and everybody back to fitness, the depth becomes apparent.
It does. There's so much competition for places here with this England side, and you look back to when England won the Euros and Serena played the same starting 11 every single match. Without doubt, that is not going to be possible for this European Championships. One with injuries, one with changes of formation, changes of style, changes of players, but the competition for places is so tough.
Interestingly there, Portugal didn't get to make their 2 substitutions, but England got to make their substitution with Kirby coming on. The Portuguese subs wait. Williamson. Carter. To Kelly. Carter inside to Kirby. More than a few impressive moments with Brighton. The season just ended. Here's Walsh. Kirby sliding into Beaver Jones. Just a reminder, no Ella Toone tonight for England either. I think she will be involved next week as well. So double change here for Portugal. We are going to see a Portugal debut. Carolina Correa, wearing 19 there on the left. It's coming on for her first Portugal cap to replace Andrea Jacinto. Hasn't really been able to get going tonight. Talented midfielder. You can see how frustrated she is, disappointed she is. Andrea Norton going off. Well, Andrea Farrier, who did start in midfield in the last match before this one. And again, Cisco Neto trying to keep, I imagine, spirits as high as possible. Because Portugal, has to be remembered, will be a part of the Euros as well. Well, they'll have to face Spain again in their group.
It's been a tough evening for them today, but I think as a manager of Portugal, you'd rather this type of game got out of the way before the European Championships.
How well England are playing tonight as they look for more. Spain now 5-0 up against Belgium. Alba Redondo with their 5th. Another thumping win for the world champions. Thumping scoreline here for the European champions, England. Kirby playing it back, but Williamson calm. It's been all night. Kelly to Walsh. Williamson again, first time out to Letitia. Didn't quite get that pass right in the end.
There's so many players here on the pitch today that will be putting pressure on themselves to play well, knowing that the decision will be made very soon as to who's on that plane.
With players coming back, obviously they've been without Stanley and Greenwood and Hemp. And of course, Lord James tonight as well, and players, younger players have been drafted in and then impressed. Grace Clinton and Jess Park have been very much in the picture.
Yeah, they went from players that were saying, I want to be around the squad, I want to be considered for selection, to players that want to be in that starting lineup.
You see 2 of the substitute goalkeepers tonight. Hannah Morehouse on the left there next to Esme Morgan. And in that front row on the right, Mara Keating. 20-year-old goalkeeper. Neither of those goalkeepers, though, ever played, well, had a cap for England. I think from this point of view, at least one of them should get on closing stages, but it being a competitive match is always an interesting one.
It is, but at 6-0, I don't think it's a sign of disrespect changing your goalkeeper. I think everyone knows that England need to give their goalkeepers an opportunity to go out there and play, to get some game time. And when better to do it than right now? You're playing in front of 50,000 at Wembley. Hannah Hampton's not really been troubled too much. She's had a really comfortable afternoon with her feet, with her distribution. It's a perfect opportunity to just say, here you go, have a cap, get it out the way, it's done, and now you've got that experience. Yes, it's not big game, 10 years experience, but it is a cap.
To add though, in a second, as England come forward with Kirby. And Kirby in the cross in. Scored away, falls to Carter. Tissier. Ball has finally come down, and it's Carter with a high foot and the quick apology.
Jess Carter was the first to put her hand up to apologise. I think she was shocked to see Pinto's head approaching her foot. Thankfully didn't actually make full contact.
The point I was going to make is that it's only Hannah Hampton's 14th cap tonight. It's only in the last year or so that there's been this alternating goalkeeper situation. The referee will give a free kick in. Pull it back for the free kick. Painful one for Mead.
She just came through the side of her there. As you said, a painful one just as she turned. Got caught up on her hip. Said she's been in great form at the moment, both for club and for country. Good to see her back up on her feet.
Another strength of this England side, as so many of this squad were part of the team, the squad that won the Euros. What about this free kick position? Mead is next to it, but so is Greenwood. Who fancy the angle. Mead looks up for it though as well. But it is Greenwood to bend it! So close, and then what a miss on the follow-up from Chloe Kelly. Scored one with her head, but not a second.
I think the second header showed how and why she was so surprised she scored with the first. It's a brilliant free kick that comes in, and a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. She gets her fingertips to that, does enough to keep it out. Chloe Kelly will be frustrated by that.
Well, another player to welcome back, Georgia Stanway, one of England's key midfielders, who hasn't even been able to return to action for Bayern Munich. But she was always in a race against time to be involved in the Euros, and she's made it as it stands. Any further setbacks, it's good to see her back as she comes on for Walsh. Jessica Silva. Elliott. Just keeping the ball. It's an achievement for Portugal this game, keeping the ball away from England. Jessica Silva holds onto it and then loses it. Small trouble as England come forward. Stanway. Looking for that ball over the top, not far away. So I've even delighted to see the likes of Hemp, Greenwood and Stanway getting minutes tonight.
Georgia Stanway is probably the most important out there because she's the one that hasn't had any club minutes. So she'll be delighted to be back playing any kind of football right now.
It's Williamson. Belgium have pulled a goal back. Need to Kani to make it 5-1 now to Spain. Kirby. Just the one goal for England in this second half so far. Still building like the first half. Here's Mead. Stanway into Clinton. Stanway coming on for Walsh and playing that slightly deeper role. Key point as well. Letitia. Seeing Stanway playing that position, but as we discussed before the game, Georgia Stanway can play in any position and has played in pretty much every position for the clubs at least. Here's Mead. Inside by Clinton, looking for Stanway.
Go back to talking about Georgia Stanway. I even remember once when Manchester City were in a goalkeeping crisis and she had a goalkeeper shirt printed up with her name and number, and if an injury happened to the goalkeeper, it was Georgia Stanway that was going to put the gloves on, which I personally would have loved to have seen.
Who knows? Call up a replacement to the squad for Larry Earps. Already had the other goalkeepers in the squad. Let's say 3.5. Here's Carter. Stanway. Free will. Call it back in the end. Challenge on Kelly from Anna Capetta, who gets a yellow card for that challenge. I think England have been asking for her to get at least a booking for a challenge on Lauren Hemp earlier on in the half.
A push in the back, it's so unnecessary. Rightly so, a yellow card. Glad Chloe Kelly can see the fun side of it.
But it did eventually. Really a night for smiles if you're Portuguese though, considering how this match has gone. A reminder again, they have numerous absentees and had to change their shape tonight, actually. Jessica Silva. Silva again. Wanted to pick up with Deanna Silva in the second half too much. Correa. Debutant. Portuguese support, there is a pocket of Portugal fans. They are waving their flags. In a corner behind Hampton's goal. Still trying to enjoy the night despite the scoreline.
Given England scored after 3 minutes and then again after 5, we did our very best to ruin their night, but it does look like they are still enjoying themselves.
Mrs. Gonetta did speak before the game about how great it was to just be playing at Wembley. Can't be forgotten in all of this as well. Stadium revered around the world. Jessica Silva. Pressure from Maggie Beaver-Jones, who's eyeing up 4. There are a pocket of supporters hoping to see a goal at their end in the second half. England, this is on the prowl again, but Petter tried to bring it away. started the game as one of Portugal's strikers, but has pretty much had to defend for most of this second half. There's Williamson jumping out of defence to win it back. Kirby to Kelly to Stanway, all European champions. Here's Greenwood. Kirby, there's no foul from England there, Borges, and just about a foul.
If there wasn't a foul before, there was definitely a foul there. I've really enjoyed watching England tonight, the way they've moved the ball about with such confidence. It's been calm, it's been composed, it's been tidy. And I think all of those combined has led to the ability to move the ball forwards effectively, find those pockets and score those goals.
Stanway. A couple more changes for Portugal. You can make 5 substitutions. Nations League matches. Stanway. Into Leticio. Portugal will make their final changes. Here's Clinton. Beaver Jones loses the ball. Hasn't actually seen too much of the ball in this second half. Certainly saw enough of it in the opening period. Put pressure on the goalkeeper here. Still trying to build out. Portugal, though, that's did pretty well. It's nicely done by Carolina Correa. Diana Silva loses it in when Carter. And here's Mead. And Mead, clever pass. Beaver Jones looking for a fourth. And this time, she's denied. By Inish Pereira.
A really smart stop there from the goalkeeper. But again, England pressing high, winning the ball back in those areas. And a fantastic ball from Beth Mead. I think Aggie Beaver Jones might have just strayed offside. But a cheeky little outside of the foot shot there shows the confidence she's playing with at the moment. And a smart stop by the keeper.
There's no VAR. Stage of the competition. It would have gone up. It didn't. There will be a corner to England. Lose that corner. Stanway. Of course, urging her to shoot. We've seen her score some goals from long range for England before. Petter, ball through. Beaver Jones, she wants to score 4 tonight, the only other woman to score 4 goals at Wembley. She of Italy. In 1990, friendly. And Italy beat England by 4 goals to 1.
I think she'd be quite content with a hat-trick, to be fair.
Definitely say that of England players besides Aggie Beaver Jones. Here's Mead. And the flag's up on the far side. And the smiles all round. We saw Aggie Beaver Jones, plenty of hugs with England players, even as she was coming out for the second half. Mead a little unfortunate there. But Annika Vetter on that yellow card makes way. And the double change for Portugal. Diana Silva also going off. Mendes coming on, the most experienced player as far as years spent playing, made her Portugal debut in 2006. Some time ago for the veteran.
I'm sure she'll be pleased to be having the opportunity to play here at such a historic stadium then. Someone that's been playing the women's game for so long will have seen it grow in its entirety.
37 years of age. She was playing for Portugal before the new Wembley, his first game. Kelly. Right the way I put that rather than saying she's older than. Letitia. Left and England have been cruising, certainly in this second half.
They've been so comfortable, haven't they, just moving the ball around, playing the game at their own tempo, limiting any opportunities for Portugal. Even like that, when they regain possession, it's not controlled and they haven't got enough bodies around them to cause any problems from it. It's been a really, really good performance from England.
It's Carter. And Mead trying to get in behind, and she won't give up, but it will be a free kick in the end. Fair to say, again, that Beth Mead disagreed with the decision.
Just a little bit frustrated there. If she was frustrated by the offside decision that was given a few minutes ago, potentially even more frustrated with that one.
There's absolutely been no sign that Beth Mead is still partying after that Champions League win. Competitive, creative display tonight and getting on the score sheet as well. Player truly back to form at the right time. It's another excellent pass for Williamson to find Letitia, and the cross comes in again. It's cleared away. Jessica Silva. Pretty hard in this second half to hold that ball up for Portugal, but it will be an England throw. Silva last.
It's been a bit of a tireless job for her since she's come on at half-time. She'll be glad for the minutes, but you don't really want to be coming on when you're 5-0 down as an attacking player.
Williamson. To Mead. Greenwood. Added time we're going to get here, shittering the scoreline. Sometimes you feel there'll just be that agreement to finish the game at the 90 minutes. I don't think either team will mind too much. Here's Mead. Spain 5-1 winners in Belgium. England winning this one well, and so it will be match up on Tuesday to decide the Nations League group. It's Carter. Mead. 3 more minutes to play. Clinton. More substitutions can break the game up a little bit. We have to go back to that England first half to be 5-0 up. Break. One of the more memorable performances in recent times.
Beth Mead still relentlessly pressing, working hard to win the ball back. He said there's definitely no signs of her still celebrating. She's had a brilliant performance here, bringing that confidence from club football to international.
so not available tonight, Alessia Russo, but she should be available on that trip to Barcelona with Leah Williamson. Lotte Wubben-Moy, who is in the squad. The Arsenal players involved in this historic victory in Lisbon. Williamson and Greenwood. They don't all over the top into space. Well, you can have this sort of situation a lot in matches when a side is so far ahead. Of course, the worry is you don't want to pick up any injuries. All the good work has been done, enough has been done to pick up the 3 points, which is what it ultimately comes down to. It's not going to be a group where goal difference is going to matter now. Simply winner takes all in Barcelona. Clinton will have to win though. As I say, might make things a bit easier for England. Go out there and just know what they need to do and not try to play for a draw against the world champions.
Yeah, it definitely will do from my perspective. I think when you go into a game thinking I can draw this, I don't have to fully go for it. It questions your mindset. You don't necessarily know how you're going to approach that game.
Now Williamson not happy with the challenge and moved her head towards the opponent. Let's see what caused that reaction.
Leah Williamson getting pulled away there by Alex Greenwood. Making sure she stays calm in the moment.
Important intervention. Impressive performance over Portugal from England. And one that keeps them in the reckoning to win this Nations League group. What a night for Aggie Beever-Jones, a hat-trick, just the second English woman to score a hat-trick at Wembley. Lucy Bronze, one of the other scorers, likewise Beth Mead, and then the only goal of the second half, Chloe Kelly, her header to add to the advantage. But what a win for England, and one that really raises the confidence ahead of what has turned out to be a big game in Barcelona next week. Final score at Wembley, England 6, Portugal 0.